Thanks first time to Jetro and ask to Michelle, help me with my presentation. So, thank you. So today we will talk about two important points. Number one, the outlook for the automotive industry in Mexico, for sure. And the second one is about the most important event in Mexico, the International Automotive Industry Supply Summit with B2B meetings and with the most important OEMs and Tier 1 and one of the most bigger showroom. In fact, we can say this is the most important event in Mexico in order to integrate all the North American comply with the RVC or regional value content of the new rules of the origin of the USMCA. So let's start. The next one, please. And this slide is very important. Here you can see the highlights of the Mexican automotive industry, like we are in the fourth place in all the worldwide, talking about the automotive parts production and the main suppliers of USA. That's so very, very, very important. This is the result of the operation for more than 2,000 auto parts manufacturers in Mexico, which generate more than 2 million jobs. Also, we are the place number 7 in worldwide of manufacturer light vehicles, and in the 4th place of the heavy duty vehicles. And in terms of trade, we are the main exporter of heavy duty vehicles in all the world. This is a really good and important number for our country. The next one, please. So the next one, please. Thank you. There is. How important are the automotive and the auto parts industry for Mexico? Well, we represent more than 26% of manufacturer Mexican GDP, 80.3% for the automotive industry, OEMs, and the 8% for the auto parts industry. The next one. Our country is an attractive destination for the foreign investment. The automotive industry is the main catch of foreign direct investment in Mexico. Just for say something, in 2021, the Mexico's FDI inflows related to auto parts industry reached an amount of $3.5 billion, which represent the 69% of the automotive sector for our country, for Mexico. The next one, please. So this slide, I love this slide, because our country is the global key for players. It's a key player for the automotive industry. As you can see in your screen, this slide, Mexico is the place number 4 of export light vehicles in all the world, just behind Germany, Japan, of course, and USA. But it's a really, really good picture talking about the big players in the automotive sector around the world. The next, please. As we talked before, we are in the place number 7 of manufacturer light vehicles. In the last year, I mean in the 2022, our production was 3.31 millions of cars, right? And the forecast for the next 2 years are more than 4 million of cars, right? This is a good number for many proposals. The next one. So it is a really interesting now about the origin of the OEM's capital. Like you see in your screen, for example, or for say something. Nowadays, the 44.8% of light vehicles manufacturers in Mexico are made by American companies, the 30.1% by Japanese companies, and the 17.9% by Germany's company, and the 6.8% by Korean companies. So the next one, please, Michelle. Now let's review. Let's take a review of something, highlights of the auto parts sectors in Mexico. There is, as we talked before, we are in the place number 4 in auto parts production. In 2021, our production was of 94.8 of billions dollars. Here, another fact must be considered from the total auto parts production in Mexico. The 83% are for the export market, and the forecast for the next years, we expect more than $110 billion, right? $110 billion. Just talking about the production in the auto parts sector in Mexico. As you know, the 90% of the total production of auto parts in Mexico are for the export market. So this is a good numbers for our industry in Mexico. You know, talking about the total supply chain. The next one. So let's take the states. The main states in Mexico of auto parts production. In Mexico, we have more than 2,000 companies talking about all the supply chains, you know it, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and raw materials in some cases, and 52% of them are located in the north of our country, you know it, so close to USA. And the 30% are in the zone called Bajío. As you know, as we have many Japanese companies in the Bajío, so close to the main ports, you know it, for export to Europe. You have the port of Veracruz, and if you want to export to Asia, you have the Manzanillo port. So finally, the rest of the companies are located at the central zone. But the Bajío is a really strategic zone to the manufacturers' auto parts. The next one, please. So in the history, our country has been an excellent invest destination for auto parts related projects development, mainly by companies from USA, Japan, Germany, of course, Canada, also Spain. Talking about from January to September of the last year, I mean, for the 2022, Mexico's FDI inflows related to auto parts industry reached an amount of $1.3 billion, being US, Japan, Korea, Spain, and Brazil, two our main investors. The next one, please, Michelle. The main destination for the investment projects talking about the last year. Like you see in your screen, this is the top of the talking about the top of investment projects. So in the first place are in Nuevo León, following Chihuahua, Guanajuato, and Coahuila, and etc. The next one, please. So in terms of the trade balance, with the auto parts industry account of surplus of $26 billion, USA is our main supplier and export destination partner. In fact, Canada is an important trade partner for our country, like you see in your screen with these amazing numbers. In third place, the USA, second one, Canada with the 3.2%. But you can see in your screen, look at that numbers and that percent. For example, USA have the 89.4%, right? And Canada 3.2%. Brazil 1.4%, Japan 0.9%, also Germany 0.7%. But and the imports, so we import so much from USA for say something in this timeline from January to November of the last year of the 2022. USA, we import from USA the 55.5%, right? From China, the 30.0%, from Japan, 6.1%, from South Korea, 5.9%, Germany, 4.9%, and Canada, 3.7%. That's the numbers of the imports. It's talking about the components to build or to manufacture auto parts. The next one, please. So what happened with USA? What happened with Mexico to send all the auto parts to USA? About the last 10 years in Mexico was and is the main supplier for USA, like you see in your screen, just talking about this timeline of the last 10 years. And 40% of the total USA imports are from Mexico. And the second one is China, just with the 10%. But you can see 40% of Mexico and 10% from China. The next one, please. So, as we already know, since the USMCA entered in force on July 1st of 2020, and with the new rules of origin, in the case of the light and heavy-duty vehicles, there are 4 rules. That's the most fuel-filled. And this time we talk about just of the one of the rule origin, the regional value content, the RVC, because we have here one of the best opportunities for our companies, for all the global supply chain. In light vehicles, for example, in light vehicles, we have opportunity of 12.5% per car. Talking about per car. In heavy-duty vehicles of 10%, and in the auto parts of 50, we have opportunity of 15, 10, and 5% of opportunities in RVC. This is the most important. This is how now we're hearing so much about the nearshoring, is for this reason. Because here is the opportunity in the RVC of the new rules of origin of the USMCA. Now imagine this opportunity if we consider it that in the USMCA 70 millions of vehicles are manufactured. That is the reasons why we will have this important event in Mexico. This is the second point, the International Automotive Industry Supply Summit, the event most important in Latin America, right? So this is so important, but this is our second point. Now talking about the opportunities in numbers, let's talk about the numbers. There are more than $80 billion in imports from Asia and $70 billion from Europe. This represents a total of $97 billion of auto parts imported from USA, Mexico, and Canada. So this is the numbers to change the import of Asia and Europe. So we need to find more suppliers here in our country, talking about special from Mexico. We need to find more suppliers. We need more investment. We need more the USMCA block of North America. This is so important. Like you see, there is the numbers. We import, talking about from Canada, USA, and Mexico, we import from China. Look at that numbers. The 28 billions dollars we import from China. So we need comply with the new rules of origin, especially talking about of the RBC. This is so important. Okay, the next one, please. Nowadays, we have here so much the word, like say before, the word called nearshoring, right? So this word is using to explain the new way of relocalization of supply chain in which Mexico is taking the first place in nearshoring. The nearshoring phenomenon is becoming more than external factors such as the global tensions, for say something, the pandemic, you know it, the COVID, and the war between Ukraine and Russia, and the as we talked before, the RBC of the new rules of origin of the USMCA, and this helped to boom the strategic among global companies. Regarding the Inter-American Development Bank, the total nearshoring opportunities in Latin America can reach an amount of $78 billion each year. So interesting, this picture, right? The next one. So look, this important slide about the nearshoring in Mexico by country. For the last years, Chinese companies have represented 37% of the demand for the nearshoring in Mexico. The blue bar is about the 2022, and the gray bar is about the 2021. So we need more Japanese brands. We need more Japanese companies to invest in Mexico to make this vinculation of the total supply chain in the automotive sector. So the next one, please. The automotive and the auto parts sectors are the big winners of the nearshoring phenomenon. Talking special about Mexico, like you see in your screen, these important pictures. Look this slide. The 50% of the nearshoring in Mexico are for the automotive industry. You know it, OEMs, Tier 1, Tier 2, and all the supply chain. This is the really opportunity talking for this important sector. The next one, this is one of my last slides. So this is the second point. We see the outlook of the automotive sector, talking about the light vehicles, heavy-duty vehicles, and auto parts sector. And we will see the second point, and is the other one of most important, and is talking about the International Automotive Industry Supply Summit. So that's the reason why make this important event in Querétaro, the International Automotive Industry Supply Summit, and we need to see you there in May 31 and June 1st of this year. The next one, please, Michelle. So this is my last slide. With like you see in your screen, this event is with more than 500 exhibition stands of OEMs, tier 1, tier 2, you know it, tier 3, raw material, actually process suppliers, and in fact, service companies for the automotive industry. But the most important is the B2B meetings with the principal directors of the OEMs, of the tier 1, tier 2. In fact, we'll have many VIP conference, right, in this important event. You know it, May 31 and June 1st of this year in Querétaro City, the International Automotive Supply Summit, and we need to see you there to be part of this automotive supply chain. So now we're going to show you the official video of this event. Michelle, do you have the video ready? Please help us, Michelle, with the video. I think we have a problem with the audio, with technical problems, but take a look this video. Sorry, we have technical problems with the audio, but that was my presentation. Thanks for inviting me. So I will give the word to the Shihiro. Thanks, Shihiro, to this invitation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alberto Bustamante. Good morning, everyone, or buenos días a todos. My name is Chihiro Watanabe, Director of Industry Promotion in Jetro, Mexico. Unfortunately, our General Director Takao Nakahata cannot be here today, so please let me make just short comments on behalf of him. Firstly, I would like to show our gratitude to Mr. Alberto Bustamante, General Director of Industria Nacional de Autopartes, INA, and Mr. René Mendoza, National Coordinator of Catálogo de Proveedores de la Industria en México, CAPI, for organizing this seminar exclusively for Japanese companies. During the long relationship between INA and JETRO, we have always appreciated your expectations and supports to Japanese companies as important players here in Mexico. Also, we are really glad to have about 60 companies registered in this seminar. From this number of participants, we can see strong interest in Mexico as an important country with full of opportunities in automotive. And for those who want to take advantage of this fast-growing automotive industry in Mexico, the event International Automotive Industry Supply Summit 2023, held by INA and CAPIM this year, will be one of the greatest opportunities. So we'd like you to pay attention to the details of the first edition of this event explained by Mr. René Mendoza during this seminar later. We strongly hope that today's seminar has been the key for many participants to start thinking of your new market or boosting your existing business here in Mexico. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Shihiro. And we share with all of you the presentation, this presentation and all the material of this important event, and also the video. And in this moment, Dinora Arriola is putting all the details in the chat box, for more information. Actually, Dinora, we'll find if you can share us your email to have all the companies a direct communication. So information, please continue. Yeah. So if you have any question, please feel free to send us the question, or if you can open your microphone and to say the question. We're ready. Yeah, there is the microphone. Here asks about the presentation. Yes, we're going to share the presentation and all the details of the event. Also the video of the event too, and all the details. Okay. Speaker microphone. Okay, perfect. Okay, I don't know if you want to say something, Dinora, about the event, but we show all the details and we put all the information here in the presentation. So if I don't know if Shihiro have any comment, any words. Okay, Shihiro, you can hear us. Well, yeah. That's our presentation. The 2 points, the important points. In one, in first place, the outlook of the automotive sector, and the second one was the invitation to participate in this important event, the International Automotive Industry Supply Summit.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. And this, well, as nearshoring is now really catching information for all the Japanese companies who are both those who are here already and also are thinking of coming to Mexico and in the near future. And yeah, also this this summit will be also the great opportunity for them to have contact with OEMs or tier one. So yeah, I really hope some Japanese companies can participate this.
Yeah,
event.
we
Thank
won't
you
see
so
you
much.
there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. I think Rene is not connect.
No, he isn't.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. If you need further information, please don't hesitate and contact me. I write my all my dates, all my contact information, and I would really appreciate if you send us an email.
Yes, thanks, Dinora. Thanks, Shihiro. And if you want more details about this important event, there is in the chat box all the details about Dinora, the email, the website, you know, and also we can share this presentation. Thank you, Shihiro. Thanks to all of you to join us today.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.